Hello, everyone. Toni Saunders here, and welcome back to my passion. Today, we're going to talk about bell curves. What are they? What do they do to help you understand evaluations? First of all, I want you to go into Google bell curve, and they have many different pictures of a bell curve. I want you to find one that you can read, that you can use as you go through your child's evaluations. Now, I want you to do that and come back, and I'll continue. Welcome back. Now, what is a bell curve? Like I said, it's a unit of measurement. It tells you when somebody can do something or can't do something. And what I'm going to teach you is when they can't. Because when they can, you already know they're doing well in certain areas in school. But when you're looking at an evaluation, that tells you if they can or cannot do everything in the evaluation. And they give you the scores. Now, a scaled score are all of the tests in one test, all of the pieces of one test. And each piece has a score. And those are the scaled scores. And then they take it all and put it together and give you a standard score. And standard scores are like 100, 90, 85. Those are standard scores. And those are a part of the bell curve as well. So if you have one test where some of the scores are low, like 2, and other scores are high, like 10, it's the 2 that you have to be concerned about. What does it say in that test that your child has a problem with and cannot do? And all of the scores, all of the scaled scores that are below 5 are what you need to concentrate on. So you write them down. And when you go into the meeting and they start explaining to you what things mean in the testing, you'll have the knowledge already of what your child can't do, needs help with. Whether it's specially designed instruction or accommodations and modifications, it doesn't matter what they need. It matters how they help them with what they need. How the special education teacher helps them, or the speech pathologist helps them. What do they need help with? And that's what's important. It's very important, actually, because you need to know what's difficult for your child to do. And I want to teach you how to learn how to figure out what your child needs. So again, scaled scores are the small numbers and standard scores are the big numbers. The percentile ranks don't really mean anything except that they're in a percentile that is either high or low. But the scaled score tells you that anyway. And when you're looking at a percentile rank, it's telling you out of 100 children, your child scored an 86 standard score. Do you understand that? So what I want you to know is you have the power to understand what the ranks are, what the percentile ranks, the standard scores, and the scaled scores are, just by using this little chart. And what I do with my chart is for each child, for each test, I put a mark where they are. When they have the small numbers, that's where I chart where they are. That way it helps me to see what the child needs. Most importantly, you need to see it so you understand when you go into a meeting what they're talking about. It's important for you to understand it. That's why I came up with my system of analysis. I analyze numbers. I analyze abilities. And if you have any questions when you're working with a bell curve, email me and ask me the question. My email is toni@tonisaunders.com. Just email me. It's very Toni, by the way. It's very easy once you get the hang of it, because you have to do it with every single test that they give your child. It also helps you to understand, for example, if verbal comprehension on a psychological, if they have a low score on verbal comprehension, you'll know they explain to you underneath the verbal comprehension what that means. And if you have a standard score of, say, 75 on the verbal comprehension testing, that tells you that they have issues with communication. Think about that. Communication can be measured in certain ways, and that's one way. If they have a problem with verbal comprehension, they have a problem with language. If they have a problem with language, it's either vocalizing, listening, understanding words, Do you understand that? That's why a bell curve can give you so much information just by charting what your child can do. So if you need me, email me and I will explain it to you if you have an evaluation that you're not quite sure of. I will explain it to you. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe, because each week, now that my illness is over, each week we're going to be able to sit down and analyze your child. Have a good day.